G'day everyone, welcome to this week's episode of Ask Simmo. Thanks to ECU. Great to see so many questions continuing to come in from our passionate Eagles fans. I promise we'll get to them very shortly, but firstly, Simmo, a more positive week, mate, in terms of you look at last week and this week. The effort, the intensity, must have been pleased in certain elements.
Yeah, it's been a tough month, Scully. So trying to be balanced with that and try and keep things in check with the club, with yourself, with everyone, trying to work towards the light, and then getting some, green shoots, as they say, on the weekend with the effort and the kids coming through, and then the leaders actually getting rewarded for all the work they're doing. So, yeah, and we didn't win. So that's the disappointing part, but the pleasing part, it was a step forward from the week before. Given
how deeply you review games, last week you would have done that thinking about this game. Can you look back and think, where did the response come from? Was it senior players, was it young players, was it intensity? Was it?
I think all those things. Yeah, I think the messaging was pretty clear. We had an 8-day break, so there was plenty of time to train. Didn't have a lot of numbers. Tweaked a couple of things, but I just think with the group we've got, we're quite old and mature, or very, very young, and getting that synergy piece is going to take a bit of time. So it just seemed to gel a little bit better on the weekend. I think the younger players brought the enthusiasm, and it was okay to be yourself on game day. So they're really connecting really well. And the Monday to Friday, they're a tight group. There's 15, 20 of them, and they're starting to really drive some standards around the club, which is so good for us. And then the leaders trying to be really clear about what they need to do. Sometimes you get that wrong when there's only 4 or 5 of you on the ground, but Hearn coming back and Cripper, just an extra couple of players, I think the balance felt a bit better on the weekend.
I wasn't there, but the atmosphere, you spoke about it last week, being footy a long time, the atmosphere at the ground, it must get you, coaching staff, players, that means something, doesn't it? It looked amazing.
Well, it went from someone wanted to boycott the first quarter, I think that was reported, wasn't it? To I got there quite early because Tim was, he rang me an hour before the team's due in, say it's crook, so we had to work out how to get Harry Barnett and his dad down to the rooms and that sort of stuff.
I know.
And I walked out on the ground, and there was there's an energy there that sometimes you don't feel, and it felt really good. So I know it's been so hard for our fans to endure what we're going through, but for them to turn up and then for our players to respond, it felt like everyone was just appreciative of the players. I mean, and it's what our standard should be. So I'm not trying to say it's grand final day or anything, but it was just a reminder of our fans and how important they are to our club.
Yeah, agree. Well said. Let's get into the questions from the fans. Talking about the fans, Kaiser, you again. I feel like we speak about you every week. You must be writing some good questions. We were patient with the ball in the first half to good effect. What did St Kilda do after half time to take that option away from us?
Well, they closed it down. The game plans that everyone goes in with, there's some predictability about different teams, and with St Kilda, there's an opportunity to perhaps use the ball a little bit more because they really empty out their forward line. So we took that opportunity, and then they adjusted at half time, and we didn't really respond that well to their pressure. I think we conceded the first 3 in the third quarter, and the game changed. But then we hit back and hit 3 ourselves. We've never, as much as we've been a good ball movement side in the past, you don't have to rely on that. So I thought around the ball is where we got beat in the end with the contest and stoppages. And then they did shut down our back half ball movement.
Okay. Mark Pisakis asks, Chewie's strong words on Monday were actions on Sunday as a leader in every way. What was he like during the week before the game?
Yeah, he's turbo. Yeah, he was really keen to play well. Yeah, so we've been playing him half back a little bit, and we just threw him on ball, and I think he had 8 tackles in the first quarter and set the scene, along with young Hewitt and Petruccelli. I think with Sheed and Ruben, it was a good combination, some power and speed in there and some smarts. So, along with Bailey Williams, he's still learning his craft, really. So, good start. We probably couldn't sustain it, but Boots was definitely one of our best.
Very good. David Traeger asks you, how do you continue Sunday's momentum through the week to the challenge of Brisbane in Brisbane?
Yeah, we can talk about the challenge and go through the process. So tomorrow we'll get the players in. They've had today off. Recover. Wednesday main training. Thursday we fly out. Friday captain's run. Saturday we play. So there's not going to be a lot of time to reflect on the game and even plan for Brizzy. So we'll get onto that as quick as we can and try and treat it the same as we did last week.
Nice. Jason Isaiah asks thoughts on the Bairstow run out. Did you see it?
Oh, yeah, I did see it. Because it's Australia, it's all good. If it had been them, it would have been ridiculous.
Very good.
Yeah.
That's it for us, Simmo, this week. Thanks to ECU. A massive test on the road against the Lions off a 6-day break. Good luck. Hopefully the young boys do what they did and the senior boys as well. Good luck.
Thanks, Guy.